Hey everybody, Brooke here. Okay, it's review time, okay? I was hearing things like best ever, fastest drying ever. And you know what happens? Something just like happens in my brain and it's like, I need it, I've gotta have it. So I got it, okay? I heard this about the Dyson hairdryer, okay? No, not vacuum, hairdryer. Okay, this is what the diffuser top looks like. It is magnetic. I'll get into that later. But this is what I was hearing that about, okay? Okay. Before the Dyson, however, there were two others. Two. First came the Devafuser, okay? And of course, it's Diva Curl, so you've got to have it, right? Of course, so I got it. Okay, I will be completely honest. I used it a couple times. I got it maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago even. It's been sitting in my drawer since then. Some good things about this. If you are an air drying gal, right? You don't diffuse your hair, but you know the roots, it takes the longest to dry, right? This is really good for that, okay? So you just get here and it's really good at drying the roots, and then you can just kind of let the rest air dry. It helps that process go a little quicker since the roots are a little drier, and that's what for me takes the longest. It was hard for me to kind of dry my whole head with this thing. It was kind of awkward. Maybe I'm just kind of awkward. Meh. Very big possibility of that too. But another thing, I was using it just with my Conair 1875, and it's probably old, like so old, that's the year they made it, right? But just a cheap old hairdryer. So it has this band on it, I don't know if you can see, and it's like a plastic rubber band type of a thing. Okay, so it's supposed to fit on every hairdryer. It's real easy. Okay, so it fits, right? And then you start using it, and slowly but surely it just starts creeping off. So I had to keep putting it back on because the band moves up here, and it's too small to keep it like down here to where it would actually stay on. So I had problems keeping it on my blow dryer. Maybe it's the blow dryer I was using. I didn't really like it enough to try real hard. I would have duct taped it if I would have loved this thing, but it was good. It was good for, like I said, drying the roots because it gets right under there and it doesn't disturb any of this. So that was really good about this. I'm a diffusing gal, right? I have 4 kids, soon to be 6. I don't have time to air dry my hair, okay? So, and nor when I air dry my hair, it's just not good. So, and you know when you have 6 kids, right? People are already like looking at you, like you have to at least appear like you have it all together when you have that many children because people are watching, just letting you know. So I like to at least appear like I have it all together, and diffusing helps me do that because it's quick, okay? So this has been sitting in my drawer. Sorry, Diva Curl. It's good if you like it. I just didn't. It wasn't my favorite, okay? Not horrible, just wasn't my favorite. Then came the mama of all mamas, same cheapo hairdryer, but then came, dun dun dun, the black Orchid. Look at this baby. Look how big it is. Okay, so fits on here. When this came, there was a ring inside here that made this hole smaller, and I almost cried because I thought it wasn't gonna fit. You guys, if you get a black Orchid and it doesn't fit your blow dryer, just try popping that little ring out and it just might fit. If not, grab some duct tape and duct tape that up because this is worth it. Okay, so I fell in love with this from the go, okay? It is huge. What I love about this, see how long these are? And I have short hair. I haven't always had short hair. Now I have short hair. and it kind of just like grabs all your hair how it is and just keeps it there so it can dry in your natural curl, okay? One thing about this I didn't like, look at my fingers. See when my fingers go in my hair like this, it kind of keeps the curl shape. When it's like this, which is kind of what this is, right? It kind of just smashes it to your head a little bit, and I feel like the Xtavia just grabs it so it can really grab your natural curl. It can really grab that natural curl and dry it in its like curliest state. Does that make sense? So I find that when I use this, okay, it really, it makes my curls more natural. I feel like when I use something like this, when I did use this, some of them were like, they were kind of just weird because it kind of just smashed it in there. And you guys, this kind of just holds your curl in its natural state and then just dries it, okay? I love this thing. Now, I don't know if you can see too, but if you see in here, on each of these long ones, there is a hole on the ends, so it really gets your roots too, okay? So one thing, I had just the diffuser that came with this, and it kind of dried the outsides, but again, my roots still were damp, okay? And I feel like this gets everything. It gets the roots with these, and if you can see how many like facets inside there, it just grabs it all, it dries it all. You guys, look how big this is and how much of my head, okay? Like all the way to back. It gets a big old chunk of my head all at once, okay? So I feel like, as opposed to other diffusers, just using the regular blow dryer, I love it, okay? I feel like it does just a better job. It dries more, which then dries quicker because it's such a large area that it's drying at the same time, and it's getting the roots and the hair, and it's keeping it all in its natural, curly, beautiful state. Love this. If you can't tell, I love it. Okay. Then, someone tried to, they weren't trying on purpose, but you know when someone like says something against your child and you're like, oh no, you didn't, right? I felt that way when people were talking about the Dyson and they were like, it's so much better. And I'm like, oh no, you didn't just talk bad about my black Orchid, right? So like I do with my children, no, I don't get new children, but I got a new dryer. Just to see, because people were raving about this. Now, you guys, Black Orchid, $13. I think some people even got it cheaper, okay? I got it off the xtava.com, I believe, website, Xtava website. The Black Orchid, that's the website I got it off of. And then people were like, I got it cheaper on Amazon. And I'm like, great. It's like 13 bucks, okay? So cheapo dryer, 13 bucks. I mean, and best ever, right? The Devafuser is about 40. So it was more expensive. I do know, I have seen too that there are some knockoffs that are probably a little cheaper, but I think even on Amazon, they're about the same price. But we're just gonna put this down for now. So I saw people talking about this, okay. $400 later, $400. Granted, it comes with the, it's not just the diffuser, right? So just the diffuser is $13, okay? And so if you already have one that it'll fit on, it's only $13. If you've got to get another blow dryer, it's still cheaper than the Devafuser and works better. But $400, oh my gosh. I got it for $350, 50 bucks off. I mean, that's still a ridiculous amount of money for this. Like, I mean, that's how much my whole vacuum cleaner cost. And that at least cleans my house. I mean, this does dry my hair. I guess it's great. Anyway, it's really expensive, but people were swearing by it. These are things that I heard about it, okay? Cuts my drying time in half, some said. Some even said from 2 hours to 30 minutes, okay? You guys, I'm gonna be getting 2 newborns soon. And I'm thinking it does take about an hour or so to dry my hair, maybe even longer sometimes. Even with this, I use the medium heat and low setting, okay? So I don't use hot. I want to protect my hair, and so I do use a lower setting, which obviously is gonna take longer, right? But it gets the job done. And sometimes I will even dry it and then it's not fully dry, and then I scrunch it out and then I diffuse it some more, because I feel like when you scrunch it out it's still wet, and so you can diffuse it some more, and then that helps the process go quicker. But some people can't do that because it makes their hair frizz. It doesn't mind, so I do it because this mama needs all the time she can get. So trust me, I heard from 2 hours to 30 minutes, and I'm like, give me one of those, please. Okay. So I got it. Like I said earlier, it is held on by a magnet, okay? By a magnet, which I mean is like cool, but I can't tell you how many times this thing has fallen off and gone flying as I was doing my hair, okay? Maybe I'm a bit of a spaz, but still, the black orchid's never fallen off. So yeah, maybe I'm a spaz, but it has fallen off, okay? That's one thing that is kind of, I'm not a huge fan of, okay? When you get the dryer, it comes with this, the diffuser, and it also comes with 2 attachments for doing your hair straight. It did dry my hair very quickly, okay? Maybe even 30 minutes. However, I'm fairly confident it dried my hair that quick because even the lowest heat setting burned my scalp. So I had to sit there. There is a button here. Okay, this is to turn it on and off. This is how high you want the to be. And this is the heat setting, right? So you push it once, it's the lowest heat setting, twice is the second, 3 times is the highest heat setting, which I can't even try that because the lowest burns my head. Found out also, if you hit it again and like 1 light lights up for low, 2 for medium, 3 for high, when you push it again and there are no lights, that's the full cold setting, okay? So there is an option to have no heat, okay? Or as you do it on low heat, if you just push this button, it's the cold blast, and it will blow cold air, okay? So the lowest heat setting burns my scalp. It is hot, which probably is why it dries so fast, because it is hot air. If you don't want to use heat on your hair, which I kind of don't, this is kind of pointless because the lowest setting is hot, okay? Even the highest setting on my normal blow dryer is cooler than the lowest heat setting on this. So I can blow on high heat and it's still cooler than the low heat on this, the lowest one, okay? Now, yes, there is an option to do all cold, but it's not gonna dry your hair as quick. You know what I mean? Like, why not just use this one, right? In that case, there's no difference from this and this if you're just gonna use the no heat at all. It does blow, it does have a really good, strong air blast, okay? But again, I can just put mine all the way up to high and get a really strong one too. So there's that. I did test, okay, the highest heat setting on mine, right, which remember is still cooler than the lowest heat setting on this. So I tested, right, to see if it would take as much time. It did still take a little bit longer, okay, with this because the blow on this, the air on this is pretty strong, okay? So it's still, even on the highest with the medium air flow, still took a little bit longer. But then again, you have to sit there with this, with your finger on this, blow drying your hair and pushing this, almost pulsing it. Otherwise, it will make your hair too hot, okay? And heat damages your hair. So when I have used this, I have put my finger on this and just pulsed it, and pulsed on the lowest heat setting, which is burning my scalp if I leave it there, and pulsed it so that it's not too hot. That's a lot of work. Like, okay, it's not like a lot of work, but it's a lot more work than just doing this, right? So, and I feel like for $400, I shouldn't have to work that hard, right? I should have somebody like massaging my neck that comes with this, right? I should have somebody on call saying like, all right, I'm doing my hair now, and then they should come and massage my neck as I'm drying my hair for $400, right? Who's with me, right? Okay. You don't get that, but you get a strong, hot blow dryer. Another thing that I'm not too much of a fan of is the diffuser itself, okay? If you can see, they're pretty low, they're short, right? So even with my short hair, I feel like it's doing the same thing that the Devafuser is. It's kind of just smashing my hair, okay? It's not really allowing, even if I just kind of do it like this, it's not really allowing my curls to like sit in their natural state. It kind of just smashes them and then burns them. And so, you know, guys, I wanted to love this so bad, and I just don't. I feel like it's too hot. It is, I don't like the diffuser on it. It kind of just smashes my curls. But I'll tell you what, in a pinch, when I need my hair done quick, I have it. So there's that, okay? So if there is something that I need to get out of the house, I would not use this every day because it will damage my hair. I don't know about anybody else's, but it would damage my hair if I use this every day. I know it. It literally burnt my scalp. So on the lowest setting. So I would not use this every day. In a pinch, maybe I'd grab it. But then again, in a pinch, I don't know why I wouldn't just do this on high heat because it's still cooler than that. So you guys, the whole point is Black Orchid wins again. You guys, this is just my opinion. These are all great diffusers. They do the job. I love this one for getting my roots. If there was ever a time I just wanted to air dry but didn't want to take 6 hours, this is really great for that. Gets the roots real dry, so this is good for that. This is good if you're in a pinch and don't mind super high heat, but want to do it quick and get it done. You can always use the cool blast again and again and again. As you're diffusing, it does go very fast. It dries your hair very, very fast. Okay, but you guys, the winner is still the Black Orchid. I still have not found anything that dries as good, as much, as natural in my, you know, my natural curls that just holds them well enough. I still haven't found anything that just beats this. I thought that this would give it a run for its money. After all, $400, it better do something. It didn't. So there you go. There is the full gamut of diffusers that are available. I'm sure there are more. I'm sure I'll hear one that, you know, I don't know, that can dry your hair and massage your back at the same time. If that's the case, I'm probably gonna get it, and I'll let you know how that goes. But I'm not holding my breath that it's going to beat the Black Orchid. I just love it. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope I don't know, maybe saved you $400, or maybe caused you to go spend $400 so that you can dry your hair in 30 minutes, like I did. Have a great day.